later. Okay. All right. So this is. I'm gonna start it at 10 actually. All right. So this is a recorded session that we're having to go over matches between myself and Guttey. Guttey is also here in VC, so you can hear in real time on what has been going on throughout these sets. We've played plenty of offline sets outside of tournament play, so we don't have anything to really go off of that since they weren't recorded, but we can at least utilize matches during our winners and grand final sets, so we can get a better look at, like, at least in the short term, it's like what the decisions are being made during those little sets to kind of help him out and figure out what he could do to, like, kind of improve specifically over the sets on mine. We can go through some other ones, and then afterwards we're going to see if we can utilize what we've been talking about in a first to five, and then just get, like, feedback afterwards. I'm not going to have volume on these because that's counterintuitive to, like, hear the commentators while also trying to look at what we're doing. Big thing, unfortunately, as you've noticed, is that the sound has been messed up on the locals for the sessions there, mainly because the speakers aren't really working right. I think that someone pulled, like, the plug on the monitor, and now they can't really get that great audio to come out through the speakers on that setup. So every single one that we see from here on out after this video, we don't really have audio. We've basically been playing like as if like the game was mute the entire time. So we can't really talk about audio cues too much. Obviously, we already know like what we can listen for, but we can't really utilize that until those monitors and stuff get fixed. So I'll try to keep as much of like the audio cues out from what I'm speaking about in general for the play. But I don't remember the set counts as we go through, but seems like already at round start you go straight into the full screen and allow yourself to gain additional meter. Pretty much as you start, you've already like kind of messed up that we...
You're not sharing your screen. Yeah,
oh, my fault.
No, you're good. You're good.
That's why we have editing. I thought I did. Oh, it's because I have to do it through here. It's been a minute. And share the screen. Bam. Okay. Now we should be alright. You can see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, yeah, like I said, since we don't really have audios in the later video, I won't go too much about audio cues and stuff, but obviously we can talk about it in general.
So
in this...
a big thing that I actually never really acknowledged that Wedge was telling me about is that I just never really realized this is that using Morgan or any others just really to block the guns you use to stop me from putting up swords because guns don't pierce. I had no idea that's how that works.
Yeah, right.
That's very good to know.
It's kind of like whatever is in front kind of gets hit. So that's why like a lot of happy birthday situations have to rely on the super of the guns rather than like the actual thing. It's kind of like a projectile, like a fireball that only gets to like kind of hit where it's going. Like kind of like Doom Rocks in a way, you know. As long as whatever's in front of it gets hit.
It's just a bunch of really fast.
Right, they're just whatever gets like stuck in front kind of gets hit as the priority. So it's really hard to get birthdays in that way. So yeah, something to keep in mind about. So in this situation, your orb, you kind of started that off like to establish neutral to stop my guns and the arrows, which nullified the entire thing.
I probably could have got swords up there, but I didn't want to be greedy, I think. But
in this situation, yeah, like there wasn't much to like, because it stopped all the arrows, like it would not have traded, I think, from that range at this current point. The only ones where it would trade is like you'll see in like some other sets. That's why I kind of jump into medium guns, because they kind of hit your head while you call swords. So, but because like you kind of did judgment cut to lower your head at that point and then just hide behind the judgment cut, that would have worked out better. So unfortunately, without that, Virgil dies, and essentially that's the gameplay.
If you go back a bit, I do a big thing. I have a lot of trouble crossing under you because Dante jam session. Like the whole reason that it says it's broken is because it really just like completely prevents the idea of like reliably crossing under somebody. So I have this problem. You're incredible at this, and Grenade's really good at this. On top of Dante's this, where you just push me to the corner, and I feel like I just slowly get trapped, and obviously that's your game plan, so that's
Yeah.
part of it. And I'm giving up too much space, but I'm
It's
just not
just to
sure.
like kind of like put you like to try to push block or to try to block something, and either you get hit by the jam session from me using a teleport or a fuzzy overhead or a grenade toss. And then of course there's the mid screen mix that happens with the jam session to follow up after that. So in this situation, you got hit by the grenade off the teleport. I missed the confirm there, but then dashing under was the quintessential part here. You could have just Helmbreakered, but like obviously that's a risk if I'm going to bait that out and then just go for a throw or something.
Yeah,
But you
I
are
it's gonna smash L if they think I'm gonna Homebreaker.
yeah.
So.
You are in like a decent situation here because you still have your bar, so you didn't. If you were down a bar, I could see why you wouldn't want a Helmbreaker in that situation. If you at least trade or something, or if you like Helmbreaker, just mash S and H, you can go straight into like swords after that. So in that particular spot, like it wouldn't have been the worst option in the world since you already had a bar to try to go for it. But this is the game plan of the team in general is to keep Virgil. It is a very point-centered team, and you already know like how fast this can fall if I get the hit on Morgan.
It's I have one shot after Virgil dies, and it's already pretty grim. But I think it started to get a little better when my Morgan lives. At before when I initially started this team, my Virgil just die, and you would just kind of run over my other two characters. I'm still having trouble. What's it called? Keeping Deadpool, like making use of my astral vision time, but with Deadpool because he jumps really high.
The unfortunate part is that you don't have missiles with this team, and that really does stop a lot of the neutral zoning that I can do with like wall jumping and all that stuff. Because at least I can get locked down by the assist. With Mystic Ray, it's like I only can kind of get locked down a little bit later than when the assist is even called, and then I can just find my way to like just block that, then double jump, then wall jump or something like that. I have a little more space to get past all of that.
Also eat the hit and get your actions refreshed.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously when it comes to this, where this is like a non-existent matchup. This is basically 10-0. I basically have to let go of the controller. There are instances
even here like
I am baiting like the super call to stop like your forward progression, so you stayed on the ground, so you can punish the assist. I kind of just call him. It's like, okay, you can have him. I'll super jump and then
my only shot is I don't even think like my only shot is I can like do like Ray super, and then if you have an aneurysm and somehow don't mash Gimlet as soon as I do a super, then I can X factor out of that and like maybe you block one thing, but even then, that is one mix-up. I'm sure you agree that every time that Morgan, I should be using X Factor with Morgan pretty much every time.
If you leave Shuma by himself, even with X Factor, it is literally a roll of the 3 dice, and all 3 like you can kill the Hawkeye. That's fine. If you leave Deadpool and Dante, they both have jumping like movement and dashing movement to get out of there. Hawkeye's the only one that is Pringles to that. Like, he always has to take a mix. So, the other two, it's like you basically have to guess, like, what my movement tool is for that. And then try, like, bait a throw or something. And then you can get started. It's just, obviously, with both of those characters on the same team, that's incredibly difficult.
So in Morgan plays, because I have a lot of questions about how I should approach. Oh, here we go. Bonk. Oh yeah, I lived. Cool.
Yeah. So in this particular spot, the guns you recovered a little bit faster. I didn't have the guns out in time just yet. So now you can actually play the game a little bit.
You were full screen, or is it because you didn't react in time?
This is just I just did it too late.
That's fair.
I did it right here around start and then dashed up to like try to like close the gap a little bit. If I just stayed like in that way and then just did up guns or jump guns, that would have been fine.
What do you think is the? Do you think there's any like direct callouts I can do to you doing the lasers that beat the sword activations? Like, would it just be like a demon like DXP and just run up raw S, or is that just some?
And that's not silly because raw S, if you make force me to block it, you could just cancel with HS again, and then most likely you'll call Morgan and says while I'm blocking in that situation, and then you can just build the bar and make it safe again if you had already used swords. So like that's not really that bad. You could also fuzzy guard with like standing jab into like jab again if you think I'm gonna do a push guard or something like that. Virgil's very good with that. You can also just bait the throw. Like, you do have some grounded options just because, you kind of have to, like, keep me guessing with what you're doing,
Yeah.
For the most part, the best option is to always just have that meter advantage to have swords. If not, then just, like, go for something that's, like, kind of a little more grounded resetting, like the jab into, like, maybe rapid slash or something like that. There's a few other alternatives there.
Yeah.
But in this particular case, you had called the Mystic Ray, and I called Jam Session like a dum-dum, and thought you were going to dash under me, but you stayed same side.
This, if you go back, though, before, when you block Mystic Ray, this situation is what I've done a lot of. I've done a lot of lapping to try and, because you're not the only person that does this, jumps out of the Shuma mix-up. I just have to get tighter with it. I think the key there is that I'm not sure if there's any specific Virgil mix-up that makes it so they can't jump no matter what. It's just the earlier that I rapid slash, or the earlier that, I'm sorry, not rapid slash.
Teleport?
I'm a fraud. No, the one where you throw the sword out. That one.
Oh, Judgment Cut? Oh,
no,
round trip.
Round trip. Jesus
yes.
Christ, I'm a fraud. But yeah, the earlier that you round trip, what's it called? If I predict you're gonna push block early, I just round trip earlier, I guess is the way to put it. And I don't know. Virgil mix has always been so confusing to me because I just don't know what the counterplay to some. It feels like people like you and just other like really well trained players that they seem like they never get hit by some mix ups.
Yeah. It's mainly because we've played a lot, so because we have a lot of matchup knowledge for past plays, like I kind of see where the mix-up is already going to be like coming from, and with Deadpool's double jumps and wall jumps, that makes things very easy for me to block, and then it's just a matter of like making sure that I block the right side, try not to push block, and go for that baited throw or something. So I have at least something better than some others because not everybody has a double jump, let alone a double jump that pursues off of a wall jump in the same scenario.
Yeah, even if I like you get the mix up right, but if you do double jump and I get the mix up right and you block, I have to like really get a Hail Mary, like super jump H like into S. That's just like and barely, even then I barely get damage off that.
Yeah.
I just gotta I guess what I'm saying is when you're blocking and I have swords out, and are you are you reacting to me using round trip? Or are you reading me using round trip?
I'm kind of like waiting for that for the most part because I kind of assume that this is like when the round trip is gonna happen, and then it's it's more like there's not gonna be a mix up if you don't have swords. Virgil doesn't really have a mix up aside from round trip. Maybe like double jump, like if you have double trigger or something. There's not that much that he has that's outside of the realm of just call the harvest and then like teleport mix. But you also have like that second layer of the Mystic Ray that I have to watch out for. So no matter what, I'm going to be in the air because at least it'd be harder to confirm if you do have swords. And then I can at least try to bait a throw or something, try to tech it, and then we're back to neutral, So
I got a lab setup that punishes people just holding up.
Oh, yeah.
Something I can do.
Yeah. So in this situation, you definitely got the better of that and spent your X Factor. So now at this point,
lose this game. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
It's all downhill from here.
That's the problem of like keeping like obviously X Factoring and getting rid of like two characters is a priority, but at least with this particular character with Hawkeye, it's like I have some things. I don't have the best stuff, but I still, since you don't have like the best movement outside of where arrows are going to be, I will of course just keep locking down.
Yeah.
I will spend all of just my X Factor 3 getting rid of specifically
Morgan.
Morgan.
What he's doing. He knows exactly what's going on. I got really lucky that Morgan got out there.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if I can do anything with this because I can't call Morgan because you know what I'm trying to do.
Right. Yeah. Now since I still kind of have like my meter preserved and like you're just taking everything, like I'll just spend the meter now. Like I unfortunately like.
It's like kind of like, I won't say it's as extreme as Virgil, but it's kind of like a Virgil scenario where you get a happy birthday on a team with Virgil or Phoenix at the end, and you're like, do I really want to? Oh my god, I could have got the game there. But wow, I got lucky.
Yeah, Drill just came back down a little bit faster. Yeah, but even then in this situation, I'm going to build the bar. Like you have to hit me with a combo now. like force juggle with a soul
and
drain.
not fuck up the unfly like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
But
A little unfortunate there, but you definitely had a lot better of a start. It's just a matter of like that when you did Helmbreaker, that's just free to bait X Factor and then go for punish throw or something. That's just a more of like you need to kind of like just be prepared for like my counter X Factor since you don't have it and try to like do a little more like stand jab into M and then swords. Don't go for like H into Stinger or Helmbreaker. There's just a couple things you just have to watch out for, like not like make me bait that out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And going into this matchup,
I want to do it. Yeah, that's like every time. I feel like I should just almost never be doing that against Deadpool. Try to face up against him in round start and do a poke select.
Yeah, that was probably like you thinking that I was going to jump and then you would want to tech a throw.
I think I poke selected there, so I did a blink and then immediately did a. I would hope I did at least. So I hope I at least tried. And not just match.
No, you did at least something different from your round start, but in this case, it's like not really the best idea to not just like be in the front of Deadpool like how Wedge was saying, like because I have better buttons and stuff, but to just jump and then Helmbreaker. Like you just get like a round start throw and then you're gonna have scale damage at the start. Like that's fine, but in this situation, me being grounded, going into quick work, getting a quick birthday at the start, that could have been something bad, but I wasn't even fishing for that. I was just baiting like to space out a little bit with H and then go for the cross under. But that just kind of worked out in my favor to get a birthday. I just didn't recognize to fully commit.
Yeah.
But now back into neutral, and then immediately I think from here, like you just want to like kind of ground your spacing, and you're holding back here, but we don't have inputs. I don't know if you're like trying to just go for swords or something there.
I'm not sure what I did. Either way, I'm pissed. But
yeah, it looks like you're like. I'll try to slow it down.
I probably just pressed the button on me.
Yeah, not this one. No, that was it. Yeah, so let's do like half speed. Let's just see exactly like what. No, you're like.
It's probably the first frame of some button.
Yeah.
Either way,
that's kind of tough to see.
That sucks, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll play PS4. You know what?
Yeah, there you go.
A true Marvel player.
There you
I'll play PS4.
But it's just like now back into like neutral positioning here. It's like now it's just about like the biggest problem with the team here is that you don't have like the best neutral. Like you just have Virgil swords with Mystic Ray to like get things off. All of my things are much faster. Guns into arrows, all of that stuff. That just is incredibly faster.
That was a risky X Factor.
I understand your situation here. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's just in this position, I would have hard tagged. I would have hard tagged Shuma or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna spend my X Factor to kill Shuma here. So the best thing is to like just take the damage. Maybe just DHC when Shuma's out afterwards. Like that's the worst case scenario. I know I'm not going to spend my resources to stop him. And if you try to punish, like that's fine. I'll lose the Deadpool. I'll keep my insurance policy of like the 2-button tech or something for later.
Yeah.
But at that point, just take the hard tag damage, and then we're back to neutral at the best case scenario for you. And then you were already up 2 meters, so you could have just DHC'd, get him out of there, and get Morgan started or something.
I think I went for Casey a bit.
Yeah. TCs are obviously the 33% mix. So and you get these. This is something I could very say. Like the amount of times that you drop these is like, at least from like when it comes to tournament sets. I'm not going to talk about like full on like first attempts or whatever. In tournaments, you've dropped it maybe like twice. Like maybe twice out of all the times we've probably played. And for everybody else, I don't think you've dropped it against anyone else.
I'm definitely consistent.
And that's obviously a good thing. Like this is a follow-up game plan, especially since you don't have X Factor. Your best bet is to just kind of dwindle it down. May as well just flip the coin, 33%. Like I'm either going to block it or if not. And if not,
I could have killed you, but I think I just was being greedy, and I really needed. Felt like I really needed that 5 bars to do something about it.
Not just that, but like just to build momentum. It kind of like it's not necessarily demoralizing because I still have 2 characters, but like, damn, if in my head I'm like, if I don't tech the next one, that's now Dante's dead. Now I know like to kind of look out for it. So worked out in this situation, and I think that from here it's just a matter of like now kind of putting yourself back in control with Dante incoming.
Do you
Yeah, you go back into swords. Yeah, you go right into this. Yeah, force a lockdown. Yeah, absolutely. So what is the this is something that I've actually been trying to figure out. You also have a very good situation here if you keep Morgan in. Do you just want to keep on with the game plan even if you don't have X Factor to have Virgil in for the most part?
Yeah, this is actually something I talked about with Angelic. He and I think that like since I just don't call spam Morgan enough in these situations, and the fact that I have 5 bars and get 1 call per swords means that like you are just like it's just so hard to block 5 meters, and I feel like it's a lot easier to avoid 5 meters of Morgan Shuma than it is to avoid to live through 5 meters plus.
Because let's take a look at like how much meter was spent, and look at the damage by the time you actually hit me. You spend a meter here. You know, you go back into the mix again. You go into Singer. Here's another meter. I am now down. I got hit a little bit. Now I'm at about like 85 to 80%. And now you're at 3 meters resource now. And then I just try to alpha counter because I just wanted to like kind of just get out of the situation. That was me being impatient. But if this kind of kept going and I kept on defense, I probably would have been at around like 70 to 75%.
Yeah.
In the situation of Morgan, I'm either going to have to take one fireball and then another fireball, and then that's already like 90%, or try to push block and get out of the situation, and then DHC or something. I feel like in a lot of situations, even without X Factor, you're probably better off just kind of leaving Morgan, getting Astral in, and then building your bar with like the Mystic Ray assist, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like even then it's like a very good option, you know?
Yeah. Probably is, especially against your team too, just your core.
Yeah.
Your second team.
I have to take a lot more risks to hit Morgan in like a Dante into Hawkeye situation rather than if I had Hawkeye coming in next and you had Virgil, I would have been like, all right, that's cool. But if you have Dante, it's like I have to force Hawkeye in to then force a lockdown on your end, you know?
Yeah.
It just so happened like I got impatient, did the alpha counter, brought Hawkeye in for you, and then now you got the kill.
Yeah.
Definitely maybe like consider like keeping Morgan in just for a little bit. See how that kind of fares in a lot of those situations.
Oh god, that was so bad. I got so lucky.
Yeah, Mystic was just in time. Definitely did like the wrong stuff here, but now like honestly like against a Dante, like no matter what, up backing is probably your best bet. I have to like always kind of rely on my meter to get anything started, and I'm already down like at this point like down 10% with X Factor. You just up back with this. The only thing I can really get is an air throw, and that drains so much of Dante's X Factor time that you'll probably like still live, depending on where the situation is at the start when I call it.
And you even if I remember correctly, in X Factor 3 even you can only get a confirm off of like basically just jump height, like super jump air throw. You aren't getting anything, right?
No, I can. If you like delay the if you delay the air guns. If you're like maybe like halfway down, you can just kind of stagger a little bit. Then you'll be able to fall down fast enough to confirm. But again, that's still wasting. The idea is to waste the X Factor time as best I can. You know. Oh yeah, that was pretty lucky that Shuma didn't get it. Yeah, Schumann. Yeah, now it's over.
It's so funny how dumb Shuma's backdash is.
Yeah, like, the one little thing that he's got. Yeah.
And he has absolutely nothing.
That was good. The way that you played that later on, like once you got the other TC and then just let the Morgan kind of just play out. Like Dante with 3 meters, like I would still take Morgan with 0 meters at this point. You know, like that's still a better character.
Yeah. I thought every time I get hit by Dante as Morgan, it feels like it's just because I was trying too hard to do damage when really I should just be focused on the fact that Dante has no real way to interact with me if I don't want to.
Yeah, I have to spend my meter to get any interaction started, and you're already like up by not just time but like resources too, because you still have an assist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was played very well. If I kept the Dante in earlier, I think I probably would have had a better chance of like surviving that one. But you took the situation that you got, and that is a very tough round start. Let's see. So I'm kind of like holding forward, seeing like just trying to. Yeah. See, that's the thing. This is what happens, right? I'm in this range, jab. You were already trying to like maybe go for like
there,
yeah, that looks like maybe like a forward throw attempt or like a back
yeah.
throw or something. Yeah,
I'm trying
that
to
little
yeah,
meaty jab.
like that.
Yeah, meaty jabs.
I love meaty age. Yeah.
Yeah, probably one of the best things these guys like. He'll always like kind of
So
put himself
good.
in front with that H button. Yeah. Yeah, very good with the. See, you're mixing up your teleports there too. Like for the most part, you were doing like teleport backwards, then teleport in front again. This one was like the reverse, you know, and that's the quarter layer mix that you have with this synergy with him. So
The the air teleport feels like it works sometimes when they when you're trying to up back out of my pressure. But
yeah. Yeah, I think you try to go straight into swords here. Like this is like that's the only thing I can think of here.
Yeah, I was definitely trying to go straight to swords. Absolutely.
Yeah. So unfortunate that you couldn't get like if you did that, you probably wouldn't have gotten open up because now you're like, oh shit, now I need it, and now I'm in the corner. Yeah.
I'm pressing Shuma assist for absolutely no goddamn reason. And
yeah.
Oh god, that teleports. That teleports. You can act instantly, right?
I pretty much yeah. It's not as soon as I get there because I'm still susceptible to a throw. It's like maybe like 6 frames of recovery, something like that. It's pretty quick. I have to double check it again. In that situation, like it's the corner mix up too. It's the same thing as like the mid screen if I can delay it right or whatever. A good option that you can do since you're coming in with Morgan is uppercut, then fly out of there. Because at least like if you uppercut, you're on the opposite side of where I'm at, and then I basically have to like kind of commit to like maybe like super jumping or something like that. Do something a little bit more reckless. So maybe like uppercutting in that situation and then going into flight. Just at least get yourself out of that situation, you know?
Is the quick work mix on incoming a true meaty?
If I delay it fast enough, yes. But but if I delay it like how I did, there are ways around it. Like how the uppercut is. You know, like you get out of there by doing that. It's not real in the corner, but I can meaty it, you know? So it's kind of one of those deals. So this is just tough with this particular
situation. This is the instance I was
situation.
talking about where I have like I'm in a really good matchup of Morgan Dante, and I still just try and hit. I'm trying so hard to do damage where I like it's pretty much an even scenario.
Yeah. And even like the fact that like called I don't mind it that you're on the ground and neutral, that's fine. But calling Shuma when you have like that much life with Morgan and you could just basically just keep on with the Morgan game while I'm super jumping. Yeah, you can get a little bit more damage, I guess, from top of the screen, but it's like there's not really much of a point to do that, and especially since I have this option with Deadpool, I will go for your assist and snipe it out. Yeah.
Take the free 70%.
Yeah, and then now like at this point it's like okay, he's probably not gonna call Shuma in a lot of situations now. Now it's basically a matter of like me staying solid, trying to kill the Morgan as fast as I can so I can get Shuma out, and now I've just did half the work already, Yeah. I have Astral, and now I have a meter. At this point now you're trying to like be on the offensive, which is great. I take this damage, and you confirm that really well. That was very good confirm. Unfortunately, I came down with buttons. Unfortunately, I came down with buttons because Hawkeye buttons are bad, so I'm going to try and do one button that's at least decent. And then now this is GG's. This is just... I went for the low. That's crazy. Yeah, he probably thought the instant overhead jab. Yeah.
I probably just thought I was just waiting for you to... I was probably just waiting for a Gimlet.
No, I at this point I have no meter.
Oh, yeah, right. I was just being done.
So it's either like I go for the low or I go for the instant overhead, and Shuma instant overhead, it's like you block it high and then it's just I have to wait to flow back down, then you can X Factor punish, So I just went for like the meaty low and then just kind of took that. But yeah, that was played better until like the snipe on the assist. If I'm top left of the screen, don't even worry about it. Like that assist is not going to really do much for you. That's not going to stop my Hawkeye.
More for you. One of my worst habits. Because you're up there and I'm like, oh, I have an assist that hits up there. Here we go. But it's like, it literally just does like 5,000 damage and then just resets your air actions for free.
Yeah, exactly. And then I still can like air super confirm and then do something if I haven't. Even if I have like that, I could just go into like Devil Trigger just to make it safe if I had another bar and all that. So it's not really just stay with like the astral like full screen until you can get me to the ground and to the corner. Then I think it's probably better to call this Shuma Assist in that regard.
For sure.
But yeah. And then this is going into Grands. Let's go a little bit further back. Okay. Yeah, I don't really recall the set count here either. I didn't check, but round start, very much like how it was before. I'm kind of like just going for like meaty, like in the mid screen, overhead to like to see if you're down backing just in case. Maybe going for like a grounded throw. And in this particular situation, you up backed and then inputted a dash and Jam Session caught it.
Yeah.
Not the end of the world here because I kind of have to reset. I can't kill with the meter that I have, and this is meaty as well. The crouching, the slide will go right underneath on the activation of swords. Okay. So that's what happened there. Not a bad idea to like just try to get something in, but at this point, it's like now I get up first. It's like I will always just try to like keep on the pressure.
That's not a good sword activation.
Right, yeah.
Distinctly, I'm in the corner and I'm like, okay, time to activate swords. Like,
right.
That's just terrible.
Yeah, so now Virgil's down pretty much. Yeah, hard tag. I didn't. I think I just DHC'd a little bit. Yeah, I DHC'd. That was my fault. I did that a little bit too late, or too early rather, and that could have been your time to just hard tag. Yeah.
The term office hard tag has done too much damage to me because now I think every hard tag is a bad one.
No, it's the best hard tags are the one where you like point out your hard tag like for the point character, and now that character is now an anchor, and that character just so happen to be Virgil. You know what I mean? Like you lose Shuma, you lose Morgan, you got anchor Virgil.
Yeah.
So in that particular instance, hard tagging was definitely the best option there.
I crossed up on the DP there, that was unfortunate, but could have recognized it.
Yeah, now I have 2 meters, you have 1.5, almost 2 bars now. You're saving your astral, and now you basically have a second meter, which is good. I feel like that was a good time to call it, and now you have a second one ready to go, and I have no X Factor. So this is a very good position.
I could have astraled a little better there. I kind of astraled as soon as I had enough meter, but I feel like the positioning, you're able to waste about half of my astral time because I activated full screen, and after I called my assist, so I couldn't even use it. The Shuma assist to at least keep you in place for a tiny bit.
And even in this situation, it's really not that bad. The fact that you have X Factor and you can do it at any point, chip me out if you get the hit confirm, you know, like this is now your game to basically call like where it is. It just so happens to be like at this particular moment, I find it with going with the underneath with the quick work.
I went too close to. Yeah, I could have spaced back a little bit, shot fireballs from a more comfortable place.
Right.
But
and now we're back to this situation: 3 characters and Shuma Gorath. Yeah. You that incoming's a little awkward. I missed my quick work there, but now I still get the thing again. I reset the teleport because I thought I had 2 that time. So that's my fault. I always count wrong. And now I'm just wasting X Factor time as best I can, and you didn't get the charge because you didn't think it was gonna hit confirm. Yeah. So now I'm just like, all right, well. Time to just get him out of there. Time for me to get the better aerial movement and stay up here at least until all the X Factor time is done. You know, even if you get the hit there, now X Factor's all gone. Now it's just literally my game to lose. Yeah. Up TAC, why not? That makes it odd. Yeah. Fuck it, overhead. Who cares?
Hate that one.
Yeah. Well. All right.
Yeah, this is always my problem. I just keep up backing into the corner against Deadpool around start. That was a terrible X.
Yeah, I'm about to say like I think this here is I stay on you like white on rice because I got like so many games to spare. I'm just trying to like maybe bait you into something, you know. A lot of this pressure is just to like kind of make you do something like that. Definitely not a good look. In this situation, you're not at a health deficit. I don't have any meter. I had to have like spent all my resources to kill Virgil, and maybe that's what you were like looking at. But
I was trying to get a Deadpool. I was trying to have birthday on Deadpool. I just figured you would have more lag. I was trying to catch the end lag, I tried to X Factor the very last frame the very last hit of Dante out Jam Session.
Yeah.
And hope that you were making a mistake. That's literally it. I was just trying to.
Yeah. Even with that, it's like you did the right thing to X Factor and try to do exactly that. But I think that button that you did was M. And yeah, I'm just going to like have a faster button even in X Factor 3 there. Or X Factor 1
you
rather.
were just waiting for it. It was just a scrub matchy option, and you were just using the option that beat it. It was good. I think you're gonna, it's gonna be.
It's not last bullet, but even in this situation, like this is just now like find my opening, get the X Factor, get the confirm. Yeah.
Well.
Oh, I miscounted the ground bounce. I could. That's just I need to go into Devil Trigger and actually kill faster. But now you're back into this neutral again. But calling Astro right there, trying to get yourself situated and get yourself started. But I have meaty drive, and I also have the arrows behind the drive to go for the damage there, and then of course Devil Trigger damage to follow that up, right on top of that.
I probably could have hard tagged Shuma a little earlier here, or so that it would have been a much better idea than anything involving Shuma Graph by himself.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, you don't have like the thing is like you don't have like that character where it's like you can just, you know, if this character dies, I still got this one in the back. You know, like you have Shuma, sure, but that is like already like kind of you spent your X Factor already. You know, like there's a lot of unfortunate things that have to happen on my end for you to like really take advantage.
I think Morgan's broken enough that it's like a completely fine backup plan, but Shuma by itself, no matter which way you slice it, it's just rough.
Yeah.
I think like Shuma, Morgan without missiles is obviously that would have been nice.
Yeah, that was your opportunity for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, Morgan without missiles obviously is much worse. But I think Ryan LV made it very clear that like the amount of games that Ryan LV won after Phoenix got snapped and died was insane.
Yeah. That's just him obviously also being like a fantastic person of like learning how the game really works, you know, on a base level. I get a miss input for the Katana Ram. I think it just one of the guns there. Now we go for the TAC, and I think you don't drop this again. Much like before, yeah, you know, all gone. I get a good push block there, but now you're at 4 bars, and now I have to like I gotta kind of hold this. You know, so this is where like the team really shines. The pressurize that you get with this, you know, is immaculate. You have so little room for error with this type of zoning or this type of like game plan. I actually push blocked at the right time to force the follow my lead there, and now you DHC, but even then, scatter shot there. So in this spot, you actually could have like you probably just wanted to make sure like you actually did get hit because I think you inputted a dash. Yeah. So the sword actually caught the bullets there, so you were actually pretty lucky there. Sometimes
if I dash forward, Virgil would have ducked down, and then the swords would have down too. And then, so much shit can happen.
But in that situation, you at least got good there, where you could establish yourself once again, and you punish the Dante for it, which is good. Hit my Hawkeye here with the teleport mix, and I think you TAC again after this.
I think I.
Oh no! Actually, that drops here.
I got a dash forward there. That's fine.
The way that he fidgets, like it's kind of like a Dante button, like that. Like you were on the right side. Virgil just like right here. It's because right at this moment is when it releases, and then it goes the other way. That is just super unlucky. But
it's something I could just make it so it consistently goes the other way no matter what, and it always hits if I dash forward. But I was just being lazy there.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, super unlucky there. If you kept that going, that would have that probably would have been the death of the team for sure.
Very good game state there for sure. Oh, let's go.
Crouching jab. Yeah, fuck all Dante buttons. Yeah. Everything gets punished by that shit.
You had like you pressed that crouching M like 15 frames before I even thought about it.
Yep. Yeah, just press it once and then it comes out. So easy, right? Yeah. So this is very good. I get Hawkeye in here because I try to figure like maybe I could just get him, like sneak him out, and you punish that extremely easy for it. Yeah, very good. Now this should be pretty games here. Like this is like 7-3.
But I keep going near you.
All buttons, okay. Yeah. See, like that's the thing, yeah. Like why hold forward? Like this character outshines in the most class of keep away in this situation, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta do something. Yeah, this is basically unwinnable at this point. My X Factor's about to run out. You already called your X Factor, so any chip is gonna do it. Yeah. That was good how you recognized that at the end there.
Like, cool.
Yeah, missed the air confirm there. And this was just round start. I think you just up back a bit. Or, no, you actually held back to forward after backing up a bit.
Oh, you already know it's Homebreaker. Come on now.
I can't even tell. Like, I think it looks like you're just... Oh, I see it. There it is, yeah.
I'm whipping that shit out.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so bad.
Yeah, see, now I see, like, the Hellbreaker's coming. Like, that's the third one in a row. There's the fourth one. There it is, yeah. So I'm like, all right, let me just fucking not go in and just...
Yeah.
Let's use my buttons. Fuck it.
I get so scared of jam session, and I just back off so hard. You just back me to the corner. I just have to really have to use Virgil's dash forward more. Sometimes I feel like the forbidden scrub option with Virgil, which is random empty teleport, works pretty well against Deadpool. Cause, but you know, obviously you can just mash jab, and I just get blown up.
Well. At this point now, it's just, you still don't... It's not the worst situation. It's just because you're, like, kind of so hell-bent on using Astral so quickly just to try to establish, like, the momentum, and you're down a character. It's, like, you know, it's just tough, especially since you don't have, like, the best lockdown assist to, like, have her play really well at the same time.
Yeah, I can't, like, with missiles, you really don't have to... You have to worry so much less about good Astral... activations, right? Because really, like, hit missiles will hit and lock them down eventually, and you'll get a few hits. But if you're able to super jump as soon as I activate Astral, I just lost 5 seconds. There's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, right.
So that's just like the huge main thing, the thing that Ryan LV was so good at.
And now back into like having Dante. Like I'll like at that point, it's like to me, it's like the danger is over, especially since you know Virgil's gone. Now it's just a matter of, like, waiting for my opportunity to get Hawkeye and Dante to, like, start building meter for themselves and just drain all of this. Don't know exactly what happened there.
I got crazy fingers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Caught me with a gimlet. What's it called? This matchup doesn't... Obviously, Morgan was the matchup because she's Jesus, but it feels like Hawkeye's one of those characters that could at least give her some work. He has like the piercing shot and stuff like that. So
right.
When I'm in Astral, it feels like there's not much you can do. But it's when I'm not in Astral, that feels really hard to activate.
Yeah. In this spot, I call out. You know, I get missiles out. I get the jam session, and in here you input the Shadow Blade. I guess to maybe like try to put yourself into a forward momentum base. I have 3 bars here. I'm gonna get Hawkeye in. This is like now his time to party. I will DT, I will do whatever it takes, I will do whatever. Get this character in. Now it's just waiting the X Factor because I have this. Now, like, you're back at full screen, time to back up, you know?
Yeah.
I can activate X Factor at any point now, especially since X Factor's now 20%.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've done my job.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now this is...
I'm gonna have to hard tag again. No, I didn't even get the chance.
Yeah, this is also 9-1.
Yeah.
Good luck. Little awkward with like my that H there. Sometimes it could kind of hit behind him. I think with his weird body, he was just a little too forward. But
yeah, you have jam session too. It's 10-0 now.
Yeah, all right. See you later. Gimlet would have actually just been better there, but
yeah.
All right. I'll just wait. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
There
you go. Yeah, micro bags. There you go. Yeah. All right. Honestly, not too bad. You got a game each set of those, and you did play like how you should have in those situations in those games, you know? A little of just I would say like more like misjudgments, not necessarily more like misinputs of situations you're in. Just kind of have to like kind of be better at like seeing what the possibilities are with when you do have those inevitable situations of having Deadpool at the start, you know, like you recognize that much better now. To like try to like give yourself that space to like not get in with those buttons at the immediate round start, trying to get yourself with swords to pressure me and all that. You're getting better at that. It's the longevity of the entire situation, you know, like X factoring like while you're in a block strung with Virgil just to try to not take a mix or something, or you know, spending the X factor right when I'm trying to DHC to get Hawkeye in, you know, like that type of stuff. it's just little like micro decisions that really start to add up to an overall set, you know, like, and especially like when it's a first to 3, you know, they really it's those minor decisions that really cost a lot of people in a lot of sets like that.
Mm-hmm. When it's Dante versus Morgan, and I have not activated yet, and so your goal is obviously to get as much rockets out as possible. One of your goals are basically just try and prevent me from activating as long as you can. What do you think? Like, is there how do rockets homing work? Can I jump over them? Can I avoid them at all after a certain distance?
You said rockets?
Yeah,
The scatter
Dante
shot, you
rockets.
mean?
Yeah. The Dante rockets.
You're with Virgil, if you're at a full screen or like a little bit further out space, you could just teleport behind me if you're already on the ground. With anyone else, maybe Dormammu can, like with his teleport in the air, or Doctor Strange from behind or something like that, like Phoenix and stuff. But for you, no, like.
Yeah.
There's not a there's not really a space in between them, like where you hold forward, you can get through it. You know, like you. Yeah. It's not like with it's not like with Shockwave. You know, like where you can like kind of push block and they get past them. There's not a point in Scatter Shot that's like that. Not that I'm aware of. I don't think so.
I feel like I could sometimes like jump over them a little bit. This is weird.
Yeah, like, no, you can't, because it's like they're meteors coming downwards. You know, like kind of like how Dormammu's like meteors come down in a way.
No, I'm talking about the rockets, like the zoning rockets Dante uses.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Scatter. No, my bad. I'm talking about the zoning rockets.
Yeah,
my bad.
That's hysteric, and that you can. That is very slow in startup. You see that, and it locks. It only locks like maybe until half screen. So if you're like on the ground and then you super jump, it doesn't track exactly. Like, it doesn't track the entire way. It only tracks, like, about half screen. So if you're, like, on the ground, like, maybe crouch teching, like, for Morgan, then super jump, it's not gonna chase you.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just one of those, like, where it follows you, and then it just goes in that direction after.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a good way of, like, getting past it. Like, just kind of crouching, then just super jumping to get past it.
Yeah, baiting it and then super jumping. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to do it while you're on the ground, because you can do that with like Morgan and box jumping. You know, it's best like when I do it like when you're like in the situation of like super jump, because then it's like kind of hard to just get past it while you're in the top corner.
Yeah.
You know.
Can I like bait you by doing a neutral super jump and then just falling straight down? And then will they just follow me upwards and then just go off into space, or will they just?
I guess it just depends on like how fast you get to the ground. Like it's literally all dependent on when I call it, then the active frames for it to come out, then for you to hit to the ground. Like it's all kind of situational there, you know. But yeah, we'll go into this week's, and this one, I think it was 3-1.
Yeah,
as well. Yeah. So at round start, I'm going for pressurizing once again. You know, slow buttons of Virgil. You know, instant overhead. You know.
If you just hold, is there any character in this game where if one character holds back and the other holds forward, that the character holding forward isn't able to reach them? Like basically what it means is that back speed is pretty much always faster than forward speed in this game, right?
Not for every character. Not exactly. Some people's forward walk speeds are better than some people's back speeds. So you still will probably get some forward throws. Like Magneto, like his forward walk speed is like one of the fastest. Like just regular pace walking. So everyone's back walk is going to probably be slower, and that he'll always usually just get the throw. Like characters like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, going into the set, you lose Virgil, unfortunately, early on. I think that you would with this H. Were you trying to do H teleport?
Yeah.
Okay. H teleport's not that bad for sure. You know, I kind of have to like be prepared for it to come down, then go for air throw or just raw launch if I feel like you're gonna go for a Helmbreaker there. And with no meter, it's just a risk. You know, like I'm sure you're well aware of that. You know.
Yeah.
In this situation, now you're building a bar. Virgil's going to be gone. Yeah, it's just the same old thing now. It's like, I could have just done the mid-screen mix, but I can keep Morgan locked down for a bit. I don't necessarily have to always go for the mid-screen mix at this point.
Yeah.
I just decided not to go for it.
If you knew I was going to block there, right?
Yeah. Now you have your Astral in. You called Fireball, so I wasn't able to punish there. Now you built your other bar. Very good that you got it. But of course, Jam Session coming to save the day. You know, I gotta use my third best assist in the game. You know, I gotta do it. So at this particular spot, it's just the crossover where I have. This is why Deadpool is pretty good. I double jump and then wall jump out of the corner to get out of not just for yourself, but the Astral, and I still am able, just like Magneto, to call the assist. So that's why Deadpool's so good.
Yeah. It's feels like Guttey just makes screen position so valuable.
Yeah.
Jam Session is so broken.
Yeah, this is just a drop for the Infinite here. I can do it off of that stupid little weird body, but I messed it up.
I was about to say, the only good part about Shumagorath.
Very lucky that I got this off, because this is like the minimalist amount of distance where Hammer can actually hit.
I mean, that was just a terrible Mystic. That's another big habit I have. Where it's
like you just use like the Mystic Smash to like get in there. I understand that's one of his only things to do, and then try to bait with like bombs and stuff.
Block and just like plink around like Angelic does, and just wait.
Like you're better off waiting, because now I'm out of X Factor, and I may have only like 2, almost 3 bars at this point, but it's like you kind of have to just be patient and wait your turn sometimes, you know. All right, so next game, starting off, same thing, round start, holding forward, fuck it, why not? Back off a little bit. Now we're back into the mid screen, and now you can get started. I, for some reason, am holding up back. I don't know why. And I try to reset there instead of just going for the actual confirm. And you actually up backed in that situation, so that was good. And there it is. Yeah,
I got baited by the grenade.
Gonna throw out the guns. Pineapple Surprise, get that hit. Yeah. Now I'm gonna throw one on you, and I got the speed and movement to try to catch up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how many hits you get while my back is to the corner. Like it feels like I'm actually a fish getting hunted by a shark. It's
yeah, I just want to see like where you actually get the meter here. It's after this grenade, and you had already called. Yeah. So when you call her at this point, were you trying to do Stinger here? Like you actually wanted that?
I think I was trying to do super. I mean, I can't remember, but I may just have been so slow to reacting. You may have just been like baiting my. Well, I don't know if you were intentionally. That was the only thing you were baiting, but the grenade like perfectly beat the Stinger because it just jumped. But I'm pretty sure I was trying to do a super because I walked forward.
At this point for me, like I recognize that I hit the assist, but now at any point the Swords is gonna come out, so I just back off with the grenade so I can at least establish some space. And it just so happens that Stinger came out. So at this point, if you Swords there, you would have probably confirmed. Because I'm going to be at this point in the air. Let's see it. So I dash up. There's a grenade. I'm going to be right here. And if Swords activated, you probably would have had enough time to not... Maybe if I wasn't able to like come down and block in time, you would get the hit. But even if I was, that's teleport mixed to one side. I got to guess. I got to force like myself to reposition in this. So this was just to kind of establish a little more space. But yeah, if you got the Swords here, I think you would have been at least in a much better situation here. Yeah, air throw and then Virgil dead. So now I actually went for the mid screen in this set and get, of course, the mix. So not really much to go over there. Basically, it's just the timing issue. Will it be meaty? Will it be the same side? Will it whatever? Like that. This stuff I'm sure you already know about 1,000 times.
Yeah,
so
it's Marvel. Yeah, I guess wrong, and now that's the game.
Yeah. And
now,
again...
At least you don't have X, and Hawkeye's not out yet. Like,
yeah. Now it's a matter of, like, just... This is where, like, the hysterics is good, right? So, see how, like, you did, like, you waited up until this point? Now you super jumped? It didn't, like, follow you. I had to go for another hysteric to, like, follow that, right?
And, yeah, you got Dante out. Dante does not have a bad matchup against Schumann under any capacity, but
it's just much easier when I have a better aerial movement, like with double jumps and stuff.
We'd rather do an 8-2 than a 6-4.
Yep, exactly. That's the thing. Yeah.
Like I understand completely. And
yeah, this is just baiting out for X Factor, just waiting, installing as much time as I can, utilizing my double jumps, and you kind of have to
trying to get hit by a random bumblefuck cross up Mystic Smash.
Yeah. And then you got that one. There you go. Yeah. All right, so that's already more than half. Like that. Now you're at 20%. Now you got the Shumasuki, and And no hit
I
confirm.
can tell us in the corner.
Yeah. Nah, it's curtains. I think it drops.
Is that Shima specific or can you?
No, I can. That's universal.
Cool.
As long as I get the timing of the throw and the, he has to be like at a certain height to get that to work.
Yeah, still cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Well, nothing really to say here. You know, like you caught the assist. You know, whatever. Like, I'm shooting the arrows. You got 3 bars.
Here
you go. Fuck out of here. Yeah. See you later. All right. Now this is the one that you do win. Unfortunately, like for me, I did the right idea to like kind of just go for like get out of the way and then just let the jam session do the work. But if you get like a couple hits in and then the assist comes out, the jam session will force the first character to fall out sometimes. And that was a very positive situation for you in this particular moment. This could have been to like a pretty nasty birthday, but guns getting there
I felt
first.
because the scaling was too high.
It's the scaling. It's not that. It's because I hit the assist as well. It's kind of like missing out on the full hits of jam session. So it's like
I see.
Jam session will hit both if all of them hit, but because the guns was also on top of that and kind of like hit him too, it messed up the jam session there a bit.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a little like kind of trade off of like utilizing that like to try to get a birthday scenario.
Yeah.
And I tried to up back there because I'm a dumbass, so I got opened up. Caught the cross under, but then I'm like, okay, I blocked it. Why?
I mean, it's
why
fair.
didn't I block?
It's so hard to air throw you. Like as soon as you're in the air, it feels like you're unhittable at sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just me not blocking the right way. You dash away at the perfect timing to make that same side still. Yeah, that was very good. Yeah, and that's just me guessing wrong this time. The mid-screen versions of these and only having like Dante like guess left or right, that's pretty tough.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you you definitely went for the TAC once again, and that's good that you went for it. I broke it this time, so now I'm at least back to neutral. I do that for that particular reason right there. If you teleport at the right time and I'm in the air, it can kind of mess up with the teleport dash under to go for that.
I was wondering why you did that. I was like, I wonder if I got hit if I did teleport.
You can, but you have to recognize that Twister is happening, and you have to like kind of like, you know, like how if you like hit somebody in the air with swords, then you have to like kind of wait for them to fall down without doing anything. It's kind of like that, but sometimes he could just fall right back down to the ground just like that, you know?
Gotcha.
A little weird. And this is me. I totally fucked this up. I don't know why I got forward H there, or forward M there. I just got that, and I thought it just
got lucky.
Back scratcher. Yeah. So now this is like, for me, this is unwinnable. Like, my X Factor's gone. I got 3 meters. Sure, I can kill Virgil off of any touch. But, yeah, this is like, this is tough.
Yeah,
this is like 7-3.
Yeah, if you kill Virgil off any touch, then like what?
Yeah.
What is it? Oh. No.
Double trigger. Like, try to go for like some sort of Oki overhead there. Got the hit here, but nothing really. Got fucking million stabs, the best move. And now you're just waiting. Literally, this is your game to lose, so you're just taking your time. Like, you can lose everything here.
God, that was a good mix.
I kind of have to go for some dumb shit here, and I fucked up this. I got the hit here, and I just didn't do, like, the stinger in time, and I messed it up. And then you up backed. And going up back against Dante is also very good, because this is what happens. I just go for fucking reverb to try to lock down, and you just up back, that's it. Curtains.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was very good. Messed up my my actual confirm off the X Factor there, but you took advantage of, like, that mess up, and then you just steamrolled the entire time. That was very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I went for the same thing here. Didn't actually get a birthday or a hit at all this time. Just to kind of force a lockdown full screen, but you got the birthday immediately. Because I thought I was trying to, like, just get in the way and then just go for H into quick work, but you were fast enough off the recovery of that.
Yeah. I did H and then to launcher instead of MH.
Yep.
And that's why
and little unfortunate here. The birthday situation, you know what you did? You just did H.
Yeah, I did H instead of MH.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I was just trying to be a cool cat.
Yeah. If you got that, I feel like this would have been your game too.
Yeah, for sure. I would have had a pretty decent amount. I probably would have had like a quarter of X Factor time left on Hawkeye.
You could at least still had a mix up inherently. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that drop, that was unfortunate. Got lucky like 3 times.
Yeah, that was supposed to be bolt cancel into reverb, but I didn't get my stinger. Like, why did I just get bold move? That's cool.
All right, let's see how I fought. I think I get gimleted. Yes.
Yeah, you do. This is just to make sure that, like, if you're gonna start off with swords, you know, like, that's fine. I'll just take the sword here.
Could we go back to was this swords beating Gimlet, or did Gimlet just miss?
Gimlet doesn't necessarily miss. The hitbox actually, like, kind of hones in during the super, and because swords is out first at this point, it kind of like trades with it in a way.
Okay, traded. Okay, I just want to make sure.
If it was DT, that just completely like gets the invul through. Like invul of DT after Gimlet, it just misses. That's what happens when it misses.
Oh, I can reaction.
You can react. Yes, both double triggers, Dante and Virgil. Just if I Gimlet and you have double trigger, just double trigger, and that's a free punish.
Wait, I'm a little embarrassed. Double trigger has iframes?
Has iframes, slight iframes at the start, but it's enough to dodge Gimlet.
That's crazy.
And that's at any point, like right in front of your face when I'm full screen, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can just do it every time.
With the Gimlets here, were you just betting on? Yeah, you have more meter than me, of course.
So at here, like, just wait for the X Factor here, find my moment, you know. Yeah, you have the bar. Like, I wanted to make sure I X Factor before you got your bar so you didn't get a free chance to swords because I don't want to take another one.
Yeah.
I kill him, and I set up with the grounds.
This Gimlet right here, when I reaction with my invul super, that's just because this is just a winning scenario for you, right?
This is not just that. I'd rather you spend your meter, and I'm still going to kill Morgan at the end of the day. Because look what happens. You spend your meter, I still have 3 1/4, or like a full one almost. And I did the scatter shot, if you notice.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So not only am I going to take the trade, I'm also going to give you some damage anyway. So I'm going to... I will take a bar from you and use mine, but I'm still going to take the damage for free. Same thing here.
For sure.
So you did that, and those arrows hit you. Yeah. So now you're down no meters, and you're already at a quarter life. So I'll take that trade. And of course, hard tagging right exactly as you need it. I feel like this is better. Now it's your time to hold forward, because I only have 1 bar, and Hawkeye cannot kill with 1 bar.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good point.
At this point, it's like you have the eyes.
Hawkeye can do off a bar.
The most damage? I will probably just go like and end the combo with poison tip. No, I'm not trying to go for the longevity of the damage there. I'm gonna go for the slow burn and then get myself back to neutral. Yeah. And unfortunately, you're calling.
That was a bad Morgan.
Yeah, you're calling Morgan here when I'm charging. Like that's the thing about like it's a very fast assist, but if I'm charging and I have 3 arrows behind it, I will still take it.
I was probably just desperate to get that last part of the meter. Oh yeah, I thought I was nice there.
Unfortunately, yeah. The DP will go through. Astral does not. Yeah. And I wanted you to like just waste the meter.
My head nod like, damn, I'm nice, and I'm like, oh.
Because it's like at this point, like my thought was like, okay, he's not going to spend the meter to DHC. I did not think you were going to do that. I thought you were just going to let him die. Like, okay, I'll take care of it.
What I thought happened was my full intention. I was like, maybe this will work, and I'm like, oh hey, it worked. And I was like, oh hey,
no, it didn't. If you did the DT, if you did the DP super, it would have went through. But yeah, I think at that point, just go for the DP super, because then you are out of meter, but at the same time, you still have more Shuma to get more life back.
Yeah.
But at that point, I probably would have just let Shuma just get the kill. You know, like you would have been with 1 bar, and you could get out of almost a lot of situations with Morgan if I'm not spacing it out perfectly. You can at least kind of get out a little bit, and you can kind of play the game a bit. Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't think that was necessarily all that wrong. Just again, it's the same thing as before. It's the small little it's the little things that add up. You know, like that's really what happens when things kind of steamroll. Like where one little thing happens, like you kind of just have to like kind of take it and just move on. But with a lot of little small things that just kind of build up on each other, it just doesn't really. You kind of have to like not get those things to happen at all. You know, like you kind of have to like steer yourself back into control. And if you don't, then all that can kind of crumble beneath you with this team, you know?
Absolutely. Do you think snapping Hawkeye is worth it, or snapping out Deadpool for Hawkeye is worth it? If I get
every time, no matter what character you are, getting out the Hawkeye is priority number 1 for this team. You do not want to have an actual anchor on my team. If you leave Deadpool, I am not an anchor, and I have to force even worse situations just to get a hit. I can't chip.
That X Factor 3 if it hurts, okay?
It does, but you can't. If you're better at defense than anyone else, and you just up back, it's tough. Like I force. It's worse than Hawkeye. Like I have to force a grab, and that little character, like I'm not gonna get anything off of it to force you to think I'm gonna get a mix. It's always up back, you know.
Yeah, can you what's it called? You know how with guns, I have to be at the position where your teleport goes in order to confirm from gun to teleport.
Yes.
Yeah. So in X Factor, does that, if this makes sense, is that range wider because you can dash after you teleport and confirm, or is it always?
It's pretty universal. Like I am faster, but nah, it's like I'm still like the thing with X Factor 3 Deadpool. It's like I don't have anything to back up my mistake of like having the explosion. Like if I spend my 2 teleports before I get snapped out, or like he's last, then I have no teleports. I have to rely on everything. If I do have some teleports, I have to like kind of Hail Mary and make sure that you're not pressing. And any trade off of Deadpool, even X Factor 3, is not a good trade for Deadpool for almost any scenario except for maybe H.
Yeah, I gotta do that more for sure then.
Yeah, definitely like just get the hits off of Deadpool, and getting the Hawkeye in and then killing and X Factoring is probably your best bet. And that's just not with like me in general. That's just like for a lot of Hawkeye teams. Like getting Hawkeye out of the picture he's not necessarily that bad, but because of the synergy he has with other people, like even with him up front, like you just gotta make sure you get this character out.
Most Hawkeye teams that have a Hawkeye in them have a point carrier that's weak in the anchor position.
Yeah, exactly.
Or at least a lot of them.
The only one that I don't think is necessarily worth it is maybe Flockers, because at least you have 0, you know. And
but my thing with Anchor 0 is you gotta show me that you have an Anchor 0 before I stop snapping at your 0.
And I feel like Anchor 0 is actually quite easy. Like Anchor 0 is like, that's really difficult to like kind of get around. Like that character's too fucking fast, and he has literally
good.
It's tough. So
it's just that like I sometimes like I'll just be like, well, you gotta show me that you have an Anchor 0, because if you don't have those combos, then I'm not.
Right, you're not necessarily that worried. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you want to throw up the first of 5, see if we can learn anything, or
let's do it.
All right, and then we could talk about like maybe after each game, like if you want to like highlight anything, we could talk about it for sure there too.
Yeah, for sure. See if that link I sent you before it works.
I didn't
get it. I gave you a link literally an hour ago. Yeah.
An hour ago?
An hour ago, yeah.
Yeah, then, yeah.
We'll see if it works, but... Yeah, it works.
Okay. I think as long as it's like you don't do any other links after that, I think it just works. Alright. Very cool. Yay, Parsec. Woo! Awesome. I love it.
I love delay.
I love where it eats my input. Okay. Oh god, you got the colors. Okay. Oh, whoops. It makes me sick. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Crossover.
Yeah.
that got good. Uh, you had a good early game for sure.
Yeah, I could have had one more. What's it called? Momentum if I finished that first combo.
Yeah, for sure.
Bad. Oh, no, I'm alone.
Yeah, that's just me with defense on Morgan. Just that worked
Yeah,
out. Yeah.
yeah. I had a few opportunities to open me up with Morgan, but I couldn't get him with chip.
Oh, whoops.
So, yeah. Ah.
They catch.
Oh.
Yeah, tough luck there.
Yeah, I almost had it. Ugh.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you. Is that one safe on block or?
It sure is.
Good to know. It's nice.
Okay. There we go. That's better.
Oh.
Ah, damn. Teleport.
Oh, I always forget about it. That's really funny. Optimal too. That's 5 seconds.
Yeah, all right. There you go.
Got your ass.
Yeah, all right. We can take the one. All right. You did have a lot of good opportunities, especially in that second to last one where you actually did win. You took advantage of like the misinputs and stuff that I had. You're not again. You weren't necessarily playing them wrong. It's just overall, it's just like when I can block, and your team really focuses on those mix-ups. And if I'm blocking all those mix-ups, and it's not like you're necessarily fumbling or anything like that. It's like you kind of have to recover on the idea of no meter. You have to take more risks outside of the fact of defense. And you do get a lot of those on a lot of people. It's just for me and my team, especially since I have Deadpool at the front, I have so much better defensive options that I can see better as to where I can block and all that. So I do have better options for those.
What's it called? I gotta get better at just consistently doing sword glitch and stuff like that.
Yeah, round trip glitch. Yeah, that would be great if you actually had those. Yeah.
Because I watched DXP play, and I can't really learn anything from him because he plays like a silverback ape. But I do see that as soon as people start blocking his stuff, he makes it eat it for a very long time.
Right, exactly, and he's very. It's also like the fact that he has like the 2 assists that enable him to like get things faster because of Doom Beam, and Strider. Like he has 2 very fast assists that come out with the association of the teleport. It's like you have to like kind of teleport, then the mix comes. It's because he can get things started so much faster, and he's not really building the meter, but he's getting the hit much faster. That's the trade-off. So yeah.
What's it called? But yeah, thank you. I learned a fucking ton.
Good. No, the fact that you didn't know about Hawkeye Gimlet with teleport or DT, like that's wow. That's definitely something that I didn't know that you didn't know. So I could have been doing that the whole time, and I would have been like better off for it. Like okay, you just don't know, all right. But I just thought that you knew, so I never went for it. So
yeah, it's funny. I had no clue. That's
there you
hilarious.
go. All right, well, so if you learned anything, you've learned the Hawkeye thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, very good. I'll have this. I'll probably have it uploaded at some point. I can give it to you, so you can always have it as a reference point. But yeah, of course, if you ever want any more coaching or anything like that, of course, you can always hit me up on other things. Yeah, definitely. Hopefully this helped out.
That also helped, mad, bro. I'm gonna go make some more food. I'll catch you, bro.
All right, peace.
Later, dog.
And that's gonna do it for the recording for Guttey. So he just kind of requested that I go over his matchups and stuff. So nothing particularly interesting outside of like just coaching sessions here. I'm not really gonna say that I'm necessarily the best coach or anything like that, but I hope that at least the info that he got does help, because we play literally all the time at our weeklies, and he never really gets past beyond like maybe like if we do like a 1st to 10, like he'll get like maybe like 2 or 3, but when it comes to like the actual like grand final sets and stuff like that, it's rare that he'll get anything past like 3-1, because not to say like he's bad or anything, I'm not saying that, it's more of like just getting the opportune moments to like actually work out, and hopefully like with these little bits and pieces that they can actually help. So thanks guys for watching, and if anyone else wants any particular things done like this, definitely let any of us know with an ROR, or just let myself know or anything like that, and we can hopefully we can better assist you. All right, thanks for watching, guys.